Hello students, in this part we will discuss about occurrence of metals. Occurrence of metals. Firstly, in last part we have already discussed about minerals, ores and gangues. All the elements are found in earth crust. The upper layer of earth is known as earth crust. Mostly the elements such like as metals which are found in earth crust. Metals, or we can say that elements mostly found in earth crust. Such like as minerals, ores and gangue. These are the three words. Before we learn how these metals are present in earth crust, we have to learn these three words. Minerals, these are the naturally occurring substance present in earth crust. Naturally occurring. Substance in earth crust are called minerals. From minerals, metals are extracted. मिनरल्स से क्या करते हैं? मेटल को एक्सट्रैक्ट निकाला जाता है. किस लिए? फॉर प्रॉफिटेबल. मेटल्स आर एक्सट्रैक्टेड फ्रॉम मिनरल्स फॉर प्रॉफिटेबली. मेटल्स आर एक्सट्रैक्टेड from minerals for profitably. These are called ores. And last one is gangue. The impurities or sand particle which are present in minerals. When we extract metals, the rest impurities such like as dust particles, sand particles and rocky particles, those are called gangue. The sand particle which present in minerals, while we extracting the metals, the sand or rocky particle present in the minerals, those are called gangue. The next one, we have already studied about there are some metals which are very highly reactive, some moderate reactive and some are low reactive or least reactive. The metals found in earth crust, only those which are those in free state which do not react with air and water at all. The metals which do not react with air and water or maybe other substances, जो मेटल किसी से रिएक्शन ही नहीं करती, least reactive, not reactive, those metal only found in free state. Those metals are found in free state. And these type of metal which do not react with at all to each other or other substances, those are also known as noble metal. These metals are also called noble metal. What do you mean by noble metals? The metals which do not react with any other substance at all, as well as they maintain the brightness or shyness for a long time, those metals are called noble metals. For example, gold, platinum and silver, Ag. But we have already discussed silver react with sulfur and may produce silver sulfide. The jewelry of silver becomes sometimes black due to the deposition of sulfur on silver jewelry. So the silver value becomes black. Otherwise, silver do not react with other substance. So they are found in free state as well as these are known as noble metals. Next, the metal which react with other substances, they never found in free state. They react with other substance and form a compound. So we can say that the metal react with other substance, they only found in compound state. The metals which react with other substance or other substances, those are never found in free state because they are reactive metals. They react with other substances and form a compound. So we can see that the metal which are reactive, they never found in free state, they are found in compound state. Those compound state are of three types. The metal compounds are of three types: metal oxide, metal sulfide and metal carbonate. Metal carbonate, or you can say that metal compounds are of three types, and these three types of metal compounds are metal oxide, metal sulfide or metal carbonate. So we can say that only those metals found in compound state, they react with other substances. The metal compounds are on the basis of reactivity, on the basis of reaction to each other. There are three types: highly reactive metal compounds, low reactive metal compounds and moderate middle reactive metal compounds. These compound states of metals are present in ore form. Metal compounds we categorize metal compounds in reactivity series on the basis of reactivity. Three types: highly reactive, moderate or middle reactive, and low reactive. These metal compounds which react, the metal which react with other substance, those only found in compound state. And these compounds on the basis of reactivity are three types: highly reactive, moderate or middle reactive and low reactive. How we can obtain pure metal from these compounds? So the next topic is enrichment of ores. Enrichment of ores. जो हमारे मेटल के ओर्स हैं, इट मीन्स मिनरल से हमने मेटल जो ऑब्टेन की है, मिनरल से मेटल जो एक्सट्रैक्टेड की है, उस मेटल के अंदर कुछ इम्प्योरिटीज अभी भी प्रेजेंट है, उनको साफ करना है। और जब साफ करके हम प्योर मेटल प्राप्त करते हैं तब उसको प्योर मेटल कहेंगे, अदरवाइज मेटल इज फाउंड इन ओर्स। तो इनरिचमेंट ऑफ ओर, अब इनरिचमेंट करना इसका मतलब जो हमारे पास ओर है उसकी हाउ वी कैन ऑब्टेन प्योर मेटल फ्रॉम दिस ओर्स। तो फर्स्टली विल डिस्कस ऑन हाईली रिएक्टिव metals compound. Highly reactive metal compound से how we can obtain pure metal. before going to this topic, they need to discuss some words such like as electrolytes, electrolysis, electrodes, electrolysis, electrodes, and electrolytes. These are some substance, some words which belongs to while we prepare pure metal or while we obtain pure metal from highly reactive metal compound. Electrolysis. इलेक्ट्रोलाइसिस प्रोसेस क्या होती है? जिस किसी कंपाउंड का, मेटल का कंपाउंड बनाया जाता है उसका सॉल्यूशन फॉर्म में, और उसमें से इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पास करा करके मेटल जो है उसको अलग इम्प्योरिटी से और से मेटल को हम प्योर मेटल प्राप्त कर लेते हैं. दैट इज प्रोसेस नोन एज इलेक्ट्रोलाइसिस. द प्रोसेस in which metal compounds are decomposed to obtain pure metal with the help of इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. एक ऐसी प्रोसेस जिसमें इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पास करके मेटल के कंपाउंड को डिकम्पोज करके प्योर मेटल ऑब्टेन की जाती है. दैट प्रोसेस इज नोन एज इलेक्ट्रोलाइसिस. अब इलेक्ट्रोलाइसिस करते हैं तो हमें वहाँ पर कुछ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पास करने के लिए इलेक्ट्रोड बनाते हैं. इलेक्ट्रोड मीन्स मेटल की रोड या कंडक्टर बनाने पड़ते हैं, कैथोड एंड एनोड. Those carbon or graphite, we can say that graphite rod, as well as impure metal anode and pure metal rod is known as cathode. These are graphite, or we can say that carbon rod. और कार्बन कौन सा? ग्रेफाइट. दैट इज ए गुड कंडक्टर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. These are graphite rods through the electricity pass. Through the electricity is passed. These two rods, one is cathode and other one is anode. One is cathode. Cathode, we can say that make up of pure metal. We can obtain a pure metal stick. Cathode, that is negative charge. And other one is anode. Anode is made up of graphite as well as we can say that impure metal. Impure metal. And anode is positive charge. So first one is electrolysis, second one is electrodes. Next one is electrolytes. Electrolytes मेटल कंपाउंड को सॉल्यूशन फॉर्म में चेंज किया जाता है जिसके कारण से उसमें से इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पास हो. उस मेटल के कंपाउंड का सॉल्यूशन फॉर्म में जो सॉल्यूशन प्रेजेंट है दैट इज कॉल्ड इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स. द सॉल्यूशन ऑफ मेटल कंपाउंड, or we can say that metal compound is mixed in powder form to the water. That solution is known as electrolyte. Metal compound through the electricity passed. How we can show electrolysis, electrodes and electrolytes? Suppose we have a utensils. These utensils contain a solution of metal compound with water. This metal compound solution is known as electrolyte. And there are two carbon graphite rod, or we can say that one strip of pure metal and other one is impure. Pure metal strip is known as cathode, that is negative charge, and impure metal strip is known as anode, that is positive charge. Suppose this is the positive charge, we can say that it is anode, and this is negative charge, cathode. These carbon rods are known as electrode. Solution of metal compound known as electrolyte. The carbon or graphite rod, pure or impure metal rod, known as electrodes. And as we make a circuit, key, as the current passes through it, the pure metal always collected near to the cathode. Why the pure metal collected on cathode? Because metals are positive charge. Positive charge attract towards the negative charge, and negative is cathode. Always pure metal collected at cathode. Pure metal. And impurities such like as sand particles and non-metals, those gathered at the bottom of, you can say that, bottom of anode in the form of anode punk, anode mud or anode punk. The impurities such like as sand particles and non-metals, those remains towards the anode, because non-metals are negative charge. Those negative charge particles attract towards the anode positive charge particle. Always pure metal collected on cathode. So breakdown of this compound, metal compound का breakdown होना, that process known as electrolysis. Metal compound का solution form में electrolytes, and carbon rod or graphite, you can say that pure and impure metals rod, known as electrodes, which one is cathode, that is negative charge, and other one is anode, that is positive charge. So how we can enrichment of ore in highly reactive metals? We can enrichment of ore, we can obtain pure metal by electrolysis. इलेक्ट्रोलाइसिस प्रोसेस द्वारा हम इस प्रोसेस से हम प्योर मेटल को कलेक्ट कर लेते हैं. दिस इज द हाईली रिएक्टिव मेटल कंपाउंड्स enrichment of ore. The second one is moderate reactive. Moderate reactive metal compounds are of two types: metal sulfide form, or you can say that metal compounds, sulfide, and metal carbonate. These are two types. Metal, or you can say that sulfide, metal sulfide compounds, and second one are carbonate compounds. These both are moderate reactive. It means they are reactive but not very so high rate and no very low rate, the middle reactive. Sulfide compound or carbonate compound. Firstly, we will change this sulfide compound into the, whether the compound moderate reactive compounds found in sulfide form or carbonate. Firstly, we will convert into oxide. So how we can change these sulfide and carbonate compounds in oxide form? The heating of sulfide compound in presence of oxygen. Heating of sulfide compounds in presence of oxygen. First of all, we will take the sulfide compounds, and these sulfide compounds are heated in presence of oxygen. This is called roasting. There is main very important question. Differentiate between roasting and calcinism. First one is roasting. What is roasting? The sulfide compounds are heated in presence of oxygen. This process is called roasting. And the second one is carbonate compound. How we can obtain carbonate compounds to convert into metals oxide. So this one is the heating process of carbonate compound in absence, or we can say that lack of oxygen. Either oxygen is present in very less quantity or absence of oxygen. Heating carbonate compound, absence or lack of oxygen, that is called calcination. So firstly, we will convert the sulfide compounds or carbonates compound into the oxide. How this process can take place? Suppose we have HGS. It is the ores of amalgam. Ores of mercury. The mercury ores is known as cinnabar. This is the symbol of cinnabar. Cinnabar is an ore of mercury. We will hit this mercuric sulfide or zinc sulfide. We can take the zinc sulfide also. Sulfide form, zinc sulfide, mercuric sulfide. In presence of oxygen, it change into mercuric oxide plus SO2. Reaction will remain same. First of all, we have to change sulfide or carbonate ores into oxide, not we directly obtain pure metal. We can also take the example of ZNS plus O2. While we zinc blend, this is the ores of zinc and formula of zinc blend. The zinc blend formula is ZNS. We can also say that zinc sulfide. HGS, mercuric sulfide, but this is the also known as cinnabar. Zinc sulfide, when heated in presence of oxygen, this is the presence of oxygen, we can obtain ZnO plus SO2. Reaction will remain same. We have to change sulfide form to oxide. This is called roasting. अब roasting से हमें क्या प्राप्त हुआ? Metal oxide. सल्फाइड मेटल कंपाउंड, जो मेटल सल्फाइड था कंपाउंड, उसको हमने चेंज कर दिया प्रेजेंस ऑफ ऑक्सीजन की हीटिंग करके मेटल ऑक्साइड. नाउ दिस मेटल ऑक्साइड अगेन रिएक्ट विद हाईली रिएक्टिव मेटल एंड दैट इज कॉल्ड रिडक्शन. If we obtain ZnO, zinc oxide react with in presence of carbon, then we obtain zinc plus carbon monoxide. This is the metal. Firstly, we change the metal sulfide compound into metal oxide with the help of presence of oxygen, that is called roasting. This metal oxide, then we obtain pure metal. The reduction process can take place. What do you mean by reduction? The process in which any highly reactive metal, such like as any reactive highly than the other one. Zinc oxide is less reactive than carbon. So we react with carbon into the zinc oxide. This oxygen react with the carbon and Zn zinc oxide reduce oxygen, so it is called reduction process. Due to reduction, we can obtain metal, and then this metal is purified. And second one is the heating process of carbonate compounds in absence, or we can say that lack of oxygen. That process is called calcination. First of all, how we can change CaCO3, calcium carbonate. While it is heated, it changes into CaO plus CO. Metal compounds जो कंपाउंड्स मेटल कौन से, कार्बोनेट, इसको फर्स्टली विल चेंज, चाहे वो सल्फाइड वाला हो चाहे वो कार्बोनेट वाला हो, उनको हम डायरेक्टली मेटल प्राप्त नहीं करने, हमें मेटल उसको किसमें, मेटल ऑक्साइड में चेंज करना पड़ता है। प्रेजेंस ऑफ ऑक्सीजन में हिट किया तो रोस्टिंग, अब्सेंस ऑफ ऑक्सीजन में हिट किया दैट इज कॉल्ड कैल्सिनेशन। तो हमें यहाँ से क्या प्राप्त हो, मेटल ऑक्साइड। Then the same reduction process can take place and reduction to metals, and then after that purifying. The main question differentiate between roasting and calcination. There are two differentiation. There are two difference between calcination and roasting. First one is roasting. Sulfide ores are heated in presence of oxygen. In calcination, carbonate ores are heated in absence of oxygen. This is the first difference. Second one, while we heat sulfide compound in presence of oxygen, sulfur dioxide gas is produced. And while we heat carbonate compound in absence or lack of oxygen, only CO2 gas. There are two major differences: presence of oxygen, absence of oxygen. In this reaction, sulfur dioxide gas is produced, and in this reaction, carbon dioxide gas is produced. Same as low reactive metals. Low reactive metals are only metal sulfides. These metal sulfides are again we obtain such like this one, roasting to metal oxide, and then metal oxide to reduction, and reduction to metal, then purifying. So these are the metal compounds which are found in compound state. These metals, because why they are found in compound state, because these metals are reactive, and reactive metals never found in free state. They always combine with the other and produce a compound, whether it is metal oxide, metal carbonate, or metal sulfide. Clear?